You know, people say you need an A, B, C game plan. With Floyd, you need an A to Z game plan. So, you know, you got to be ready for whatever, because Floyd's the type of guy where, you know, he makes adjustments here and there, and you know, makes it tough for fighters to get in there with him. So, you know, you got to be ready to make those adjustments also. And you know, we've been practicing on a lot of stuff. Our game plan is, you know, to go out there and you know, be 100% ready and you know, be able to make those adjustments. And you know, throughout my career, everybody's seen I'm able to make adjustments in the ring.
Good box and bang, Robert Guerrero, a 6-time champion in 4 different weight divisions now. One final thing, let's talk a little bit about stylistically. You being a southpaw, Floyd Mayweather has had a little bit of problems with southpaws in the past. DeMarcus Corley caught him with a good shot. Zab Judah, they both gave him problems early in the fight. Is Robert Guerrero a better version of those two fighters, and can you take advantage of similar things that they were able to do to be successful against Floyd Mayweather?
Most definitely. You know, the one problem they have is they're not able to adjust, and Floyd Mayweather is. So, you know, when Floyd makes those adjustments, you know, he just leaves most fighters behind. You got to be able to make the adjustments also in the ring, and you know, that's what I'm able to do. You know, Zab Judah, DeMarcus Corley, you know, guys like that. They, you know, as soon as Floyd made those adjustments, you know, they were left in the dust.
Do you feel like you have a big advantage being a southpaw? Everything coming from the other side. Floyd traditionally has the shoulder roll defense. He's safe away from the right hand. He blocks the hook with the right hand. He's able to get out of the way of the punches. You being a southpaw, everything comes from the different side. It's not quite as effective. What are your thoughts on that?
You couldn't have said it better. You know, everything comes from a different angle. You know, it's a matter of making those proper adjustments and, you know, being smart in the ring, being patient. A lot of guys, you know, Floyd gets into their head, frustrates them, and, you know, they lose their game plan. Their game plan goes out the door. But, you know, that being said, you also got to be able to execute the game plan. And a lot of these guys, you know, they know what to do, but they don't have the capability to execute.
Or maybe the self-belief maybe that a Robert Guerrero has to be able to execute the game plan. So, you know, moving on a little bit, let's talk a little bit about Be The Match. I had a chance to talk to Oscar and the foundation and what it is, where they swab the cheek, where it matches up donors with different types of cancer and leukemia. And why is that so important to you? You've touched on it all throughout the stuff leading up to this fight. Maybe you can remind our viewers of why it's so important to you.
Yeah, you know, BeTheMatch.org. It's you know, one of the things I push the most is the National Bone Marrow Registry list. It's the biggest bone marrow registry out there. You know, that's what my wife went through to find her bone marrow donor, and you know, I'm thankful for it, and you know, I'm gonna do whatever I can to help out. So you know, having the opportunity to be, you know, in front of millions of people around the world, being able to be in front of the media, you know, why not? You know, push for it. You know, get as many people on there, because you know, there's thousands of patients right now. Thousands of patients out there looking for a donor, and I mean, anybody here can be that donor. You can be that donor. You know, it's a matter of getting on that list and you know, getting your DNA swabbed and everything, and you know, see if you can save somebody's life. And you know, you want to do a good deed in this world and help somebody out. You know, this is a great way.
Well, after hearing that, I'm definitely swabbing my cheek after this interview here. Here we're with Robert Guerrero, leading up to the fight with Floyd Money Mayweather. May 4th, anything you want to say to your fans in closing? Anything you want to get out there, let the people know about Robert Guerrero? What's going to happen on May 4th?
May 4th, you'll be hearing Mayday, Mayday. So, you know, come check it out. Buy the pay-per-view. When I come out to the fight, you know, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I can't wait. I just can't wait.
Showtime pay-per-view at the MGM Grand. Get your tickets now. Back to you, Scott.
All right, we're going to go right into the...
So, you know, we're going to be ready for this fight, and this is going to be his best fight at welterweight. You know, this is his 3rd fight at welterweight, and he's a full-fledged welterweight fighter now. He's comfortable at that weight, man, and we're going to be ready for this fight.
So you think this is going to be the peak for him at welterweight? He needed those 2 fights to build, to get comfortable in the weight class.
That's it. This is the peak, man. Right now, he's looking better than ever. Our camp's going great, you know, thank God. And he's looking real good, real strong, real sharp, fresh, you know. And that's the main key, coming in fresh, coming in strong, and mental.
Mental, and what mental is, so many fighters seem to allow Floyd Mayweather to get into their head with the pre-fight press conferences and such. That won't happen with Robert, will it?
Well, they tried to do it before. Roberto tried to do it. Aldine tried to do it. They're going to break his jaw. They're going to do this to him. But you know what? It don't go through Robert's mind. You know, Robert's always focused and ready. Like he says, when I get in that ring, that's when I do my talking. That's when I'm ready and I'm focused to fight.
Do you think Floyd Mayweather is underestimating your son?
Well, I hope not, because I don't want no excuses. Because May 4th, man, you know, hey, he better come in his best, and that's what we want.
Now, like I was speaking to your son Robert, when in Floyd's last fight against Cotto, he at times opted to go to the ropes, or sometimes Cotto would force him to the ropes, and was able to be effective. Robert, when he got Berto on the ropes, did terrific. Do you think he can do even better than Cotto was able to do on the ropes?
Robert never fights the same fight. Robert's a different fighter. If people notice, they study films on Robert. Robert never fights the same fight. He always fights different. Every fighter he fights, he'll fight him different. But, you know, there's a purpose for doing that. You know, being right there in front of Berto. He was a little guy. We had to push. We had to pressure Berto. Now Robert's a full-fledged welterweight. Now we don't have to do that. Now we can box, we can bang, we can do it all. We're ready to do whatever he brings to the table. We're ready to go.
Now let's say for some reason, whatever Robert wanted to implement the most at first is Plan A doesn't work. Are you guys versatile and ready for Plan B and the Plan C?
No, that's what the plan is. We work so hard in the ring, in the gym, that once we get in the fight, Robert does his own adjustments. That's how smart Robert is. Once we worked our plans, we worked it out, and my son gets in there, he's a master. I go, son, you're the master in the ring. All I gotta do is tell you, keep your hands up, move to the right, no more punches, but he knows how to adjust. He knows he's his own boss inside the ring, because he's already ready, prepared. I'm not gonna tell him what to do. He's gonna do it himself.